Do you ever feel like you're just holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop? Even when on paper everything in your life is perfectly fine. Maybe it shows up as a constant, low-level anxiety that hums just beneath the surface of your day. Or maybe you're noticeably jumpy, startled by the sound of a door closing or a phone ringing unexpectedly. You might find yourself replaying conversations over and over in your head, dissecting every word, every pause, absolutely convinced you said the wrong thing and that everyone is now upset with you. Perhaps you just find yourself scanning every room you walk into, a coffee shop, a new office, a friend's party, looking for the nearest exit without even knowing why you're doing it. It's just an automatic habit. If you are bone-deep exhausted from being constantly on guard, from living your life in a defensive crouch, I need you to hear this. It is not your fault. You are not broken, and you are not imagining it. Chances are your body's internal danger sensor is simply stuck in the on position. And in the next few minutes, I'm not just going to explain the fascinating science behind why this happens. I'm going to give you a simple, practical 4-step plan to recalibrate that sensor, retrain your nervous system from the bottom up, and finally, truly, feel safe and at home in your own skin. The high cost of high alert. Let's get really honest about what this feeling is like, because calling it just stress doesn't even begin to cover it. It's a full-body experience. It's the persistent tightness in your chest that never seems to fully release. The shallow breathing you don't even realize you're doing until you consciously think about it. The knot in your stomach that's there before you even know what you're worried about. This state is called hypervigilance. It's like your internal security system is working overtime, seeing threats everywhere. And it shows up in all sorts of costly ways. Socially, it can be crippling. It often looks like intense social anxiety. You dissect every word, every look from others, searching for hidden negative meaning. You're convinced people secretly dislike you or are judging you. A friendly comment is analyzed for sarcasm. A delayed text message feels like a confirmation of rejection. You might start avoiding new situations, turning down invitations, or dreading crowded places because the sheer amount of input feels like too much to manage. It just feels safer to stay home, where you can control the environment. Physically, it is utterly draining. Imagine you're running a background app on your phone that's secretly using 90% of your battery life. That's hypervigilance. You're left with no energy for the good stuff, for joy, for creativity, for genuine connection, for play. This chronic state of alert can disrupt your sleep, making it hard to fall asleep or stay asleep. It can wreak havoc on your digestion and even suppress your immune system over time. And maybe the most frustrating, most maddening part of it all, your logical brain knows you're safe. You can be sitting in your own living room, with the doors locked and a cup of tea in your hand, totally secure, but your body is still screaming danger. That profound disconnect between your thinking mind and your feeling body is deeply confusing, and it can make you feel like you're losing your mind. You are not. What you're feeling is a deeply ingrained biological response, a protective mechanism that has a name and an explanation. Your body's secret operating system. The reason your body stays on high alert, even when you logically know you're safe, comes down to a process called neuroception. The term was coined by Dr. Stephen Porges, and he describes it as your nervous system's secret superpower. It's a subconscious process where your body is constantly scanning your environment, your internal sensations, and the people around you for cues of safety or danger. And crucially, this happens completely automatically, beneath the level of your conscious thought. It's like a biological radar system that makes decisions for you before you've had a chance to think. To understand this radar, we need to look at Dr. Porges' brilliant framework, the polyvagal theory. Now, stay with me, this sounds complex, but it's actually a simple, elegant map for how you experience the world. Think of your nervous system as a traffic light that has evolved with one primary goal: to keep you alive. It operates in a predictable hierarchy, shifting between 3 main states. The green light, your safe and social state. This is the ventral vagal state, when your neuroceptive radar picks up cues of safety, a friend's warm smile, the gentle tone of a voice, a peaceful room, listening to music. You're here. In this state, your heart rate is steady, your breathing is full, you feel connected, grounded, curious, and open to the world. This is our state of health, growth, and restoration. This is where we're biologically designed to live. The yellow light, your fight or flight state. This is the sympathetic nervous system state. If your radar detects a cue of danger, a sudden loud noise, a car swerving, an aggressive email from your boss, it slams the accelerator. Your body is flooded with adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart races, your muscles tense, your focus narrows. This is the energy of mobilization. It manifests as anxiety, panic, and worry if you're in a flight response, or as irritation, frustration, and rage if you're in a fight response. This state is brilliant if you need to dodge a real threat, but it's a huge problem when it becomes your default, everyday setting. The red light, your shutdown or freeze state. This is the dorsal vagal state, and it's the oldest, most primitive part of our response system. When a threat feels so overwhelming that you can't fight it or run from it, the system slams on the emergency brakes. This is immobilization. It can feel like numbness, brain fog, dissociation, or total collapse. It's the deer in the headlights. You might feel heavy, hopeless, and completely disconnected from your body and the world around you. The problem for so many of us is that our neuroceptive radar has gotten biased. Because of past experiences, big T traumas, or even the slow, corrosive drip of chronic stress, constant criticism, or emotional neglect, our system learned that the world is a mostly unsafe place. Your danger sensor is now miscalibrated. It's like a smoke alarm that shrieks every single time you make toast. It's not broken, it's just doing its job way too sensitively. Reading neutral things like a friend not texting back immediately as dangerous. It gets stuck in the yellow or red light states and forgets the path back to the green. The revelation. You can rewire your brain. I need to pause and say this one more time because it is the most important thing you will hear today. This is not a personal failing. It's not a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a survival mechanism that got stuck on a loop. Your body is simply trying to protect you using old, outdated information. And here's the incredible, hopeful news that modern neuroscience has given us. You can change this. Your brain has an amazing, lifelong ability called neuroplasticity. It means your brain is not fixed. It can change. You can literally rewire your own programming. You can form new neural connections and build new pathways. Think of it like this. Your pathway to anxiety is a well-worn, deep groove in the forest. Your brain takes it automatically, but you can, with conscious practice, begin to forge a new path, a superhighway, even back to that green, safe and social state. At first, the new path is difficult, but the more you walk it, the clearer and more automatic it becomes. This isn't about trying to get rid of fear or anxiety altogether. Those are normal, useful emotions that are part of the human experience. This is about building resilience. It's about knowing how to hear the smoke alarm, thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then confidently and calmly guide your body back to a state of balance and peace. So we understand the why. Now let's get to the how. The solution, your 4-step plan to feel safe. We're going to use a bottom-up approach. Instead of trying to talk or think your way out of anxiety, which rarely works when your body is screaming danger, we're going to speak directly to your body, in a language it understands. We're going to send it signals of safety. Step 1. Map your internal states. You cannot change what you are not aware of. So the very first step is to become a curious, non-judgmental scientist of your own body. We need to learn to spot which state, green, yellow, or red, we're in at any given moment. How to do it? Start a nervous system log in a notebook or the Notes app on your phone. A few times a day, maybe at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 8 p.m., just pause and ask yourself, where am I on the traffic light map right now? No judgment. No need to fix it. Just notice. What does green feel like for you? Get specific. Maybe your breathing is deep and your belly is soft. Maybe you feel present, calm, and open. Maybe you notice a sense of humor or creativity. Write down these sensations. These are your personal anchors of safety. What are your personal tells for yellow? A clenched jaw? Tight shoulders? A buzzing, restless energy in your legs? A racing heart? Shallow breathing? An irritable tone in your voice? Get specific. How do you know you're in red? Do you feel heavy, like you're wearing a lead blanket? Do you feel numb or empty? Do you feel spacey and disconnected, like the world is far away or behind a pane of glass? Note those specific sensations. Over a week or two, this map will become incredibly clear. You'll start to see your patterns, and most importantly, you'll be able to spot the very first sign that you're shifting out of green, which is the perfect time to use the next tool. Step 2. Use your breath as a brake pedal. Once you notice you're tipping into the yellow or red zone, your breath is the fastest, most direct way to change gears. Specifically, a long, slow exhale is a direct message to your vagus nerve that you are safe. It's a biological cheat code. You're powerfully signaling to your brain, I cannot possibly be running from a tiger right now, because I am breathing this slowly. This activates your parasympathetic rest and digest system. How to do it? There are many techniques, but we'll focus on two powerful ones. First, box breathing. You can do this anywhere, anytime, and nobody will know. Let's try one round together. Gently breathe out all your air. Now inhale gently through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale it all out through your mouth for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that for just a minute or two. A second, even faster technique, popularized by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman, is the physiological sigh. It's the fastest known way to calm the body down in real time. It consists of a double inhale, followed by a long, extended exhale. It looks like this. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Then, when you feel you can't inhale anymore, sneak in one more little sip of air. Then let it all go with a long, slow exhale through your mouth. Short inhale, long exhale. Just 1 to 3 of these can immediately hit the brakes on a rising sense of panic. Step 3. Anchor yourself in this moment. When we feel unsafe, our mind is almost never in the present. We're worrying about a future that hasn't happened, or replaying a past we can't change. Grounding is the essential skill of yanking your attention back to the safety of right here, right now. How to do it? Use the classic and effective 5-4-3-2-1 method. Right now, wherever you are, do this with me. Name 5 things you can see. Don't just glance. Really look at them. The texture of your desk, a cup on your table, a spot on the wall, the light reflecting off your screen, the color of your own shirt. Name 4 things you can physically feel. The firm pressure of your feet on the floor, the texture of your clothes against your skin, the solidness of the chair beneath you, the cool air on your hands. Name 3 things you can hear. Listen past any obvious noise, the low hum of a refrigerator or a computer, the sound of your own quiet breath, a distant noise from outside. Name 2 things you can smell. This one can be tricky. Maybe you can smell the coffee from this morning, or the scent of soap on your hands. If you can't smell anything, just smell the air in the room. Name 1 thing you can taste. The lingering taste of your last meal or drink, or simply the neutral sensation of your tongue in your mouth. This sensory input acts as a pattern interrupt for an anxious thought loop. It proves to your body that in this exact second you are fundamentally okay. The perceived threat is in your head, not in the room. By the way, if you're finding these steps helpful, I've created a simple, free PDF of that nervous system log you can download and print. It has daily prompts to help you practice step 1 and track your progress. The link is right there in the description below. It's a fantastic tool to have on this journey, so go grab it after the video. Step 4. Become a glimmer detective. The final step is proactive, and frankly the most enjoyable. A nervous system wired for threat is constantly scanning for and finding evidence of danger. We have to intentionally train it to do the opposite, to find evidence of safety. Therapist and polyvagal expert Deb Dana calls these micro moments of goodness, safety and connection, glimmers. A glimmer is the opposite of a trigger. It's a tiny, fleeting spark of peace, connection or joy that sends a cue to your nervous system that says, hey, you can relax for a second. There is good in the world. How to do it? Your new mission is to become a glimmer detective. Every day, actively look for 3 to 5 of them. They are almost always very small and easily missed if you're not looking. A glimmer could be that first, perfect sip of morning coffee or tea, the warmth of the sun on your skin for a few seconds, seeing a dog wagging its tail with pure joy on the street, a song you love suddenly playing on the radio, a text from a friend with a funny meme that makes you smile, the feeling of getting into a bed with fresh, clean sheets, the sight of twinkling lights, the smell of rain on pavement. When you spot one, the key is to pause and savor it. Don't just notice it and move on. Stop for 20 seconds. Take a deep breath and let that good, safe, or peaceful feeling really sink into your body. This is neuroplasticity in action. You're telling your brain, this feeling is important. Save this. At the end of the day, write your glimmers down in your log. This reinforces the experience. It's not one big glimmer that will change your life. It's the accumulation of glimmer after glimmer after glimmer that literally reshapes your nervous system over time. Your path forward. So let's bring it all together. That feeling of being constantly unsafe, of waiting for the other shoe to drop, isn't a flaw in your personality. It's your body's ancient danger sensor, being a little overprotective based on past experiences. But you are not stuck. You have the power to retrain this system. Your path forward is this simple, practical 4-step plan. Map your system. Get to know your green, yellow, and red states without judgment. Calm the alarm. Use your breath, especially a long exhale or a physiological sigh, as your body's brake pedal. Anchor in the present. Use your 5 senses to pull your mind out of worry and into the safety of the current moment. Find the glimmers. Actively look for and savor tiny micro moments of safety, connection, and joy. I want to be clear. This is a practice, not a perfect. Some days will be much easier than others. The goal is not to eliminate anxiety forever. The goal is to build a deep, trusting relationship with your own body. To develop the confidence that when you get knocked off balance, you have the map and the tools to gently and lovingly guide yourself back home to your center. This is how you finally get to exhale. This is how you let your shoulders drop away from your ears. This is how you start to feel truly deeply at home in your own skin. You can do this. If this video was helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We talk about this kind of practical, science-backed, life-changing stuff all the time. And now, I would love for you to help create a resource for everyone watching. In the comments below, please share one glimmer you noticed today, no matter how small. Let's fill this comment section with thousands of tiny sparks of safety for each other to read. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Be kind and patient with yourself. You are worth the effort. Congratulations, you've just taken another step toward mastering psychological self-defense. Here on Psych-Jitsu, we dive deep into neuroscience-based tactics, psychological strategies, and martial arts mindset training to help you protect your mind and navigate any situation with confidence. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Psych-Jitsu isn't just theory. It's your first line of defense.